Meron man lang bang matinong flood control project or most of it ay
Eto
talaga
na.
pong ghost, substandard, at yung bulk water ay problemado?
Substandard, Karen.
Ah,
So all of the flood control projects are either ghost or substandard in Cebu province.
Yes, Karen.
grabe nakakalungkot talaga mga kadonatics. Ay, nako.
Wow, okay.
Nakakalungkot talaga mga kadonatics para sa ating mga kababayan sa Cebu. Dahil first time in history na ganun kalaki, kalawak ang magnitude due to flood mga kadonatics. At alam nyo ba, in this interview, binanggit ni Pamela Baricuatro, ang bagong gobernador ng Cebu mga kadonatics, na mayroong 26 billion budget ang flood control sa Cebu at lahat substandard. At may iba pa, ghost project. Grabe talaga ang garapalang nangyayari mga kadonatics. Totoo nga talaga, nationwide. At Tatay Digong, during sa APEC meeting mga kadonatics, kahangaan mo si Tatay Digong dahil ito lang naman yung mga na-meet niya mga kadonatics at may bilateral meeting siya during the APEC while si Bongbong Marcos, mahihirapan pang makipagkamay kay Xi Jinping. That's the kind of leader we have today. The contrast mga kadonatics is so huge. Eto, panoorin natin mga kadonatics.
And joining us now is Cebu Governor Pamela Baricuatro. Governor Baricuatro, magandang umaga po sa inyo, ma'am.
Good morning, Karen. Thank you for having me in your show.
Nakakalungkot na umaga po ito. Can you please give us an update? What is the latest? What are the numbers? Areas that are most affected?
Karen, it was by far the worst flash flood caused by a typhoon in the history of Cebu.
Oh,
As for the Cebu province, we have 39 casualties. 35 municipalities were affected by the flash floods. And we have 119,000 individuals evacuated all
Okay.
over the
Grabe.
province.
Oo. So, yung 39 po, saan po ulit yun, ma'am? Kasi 48 ang bilang po ngayon.
Ito lang sa current sa ano lang to sa province. Kasi
Oo,
iba yung
oo.
count for the cities, yes.
Oo. So, yan po yung 39, tapos basahin ko po, no? So, 15 sa Compostela, 8 sa Danao, 9 sa Mandaue, 7 sa Talisay, 9 mismo sa Cebu City. So, naging
Yes, ma'am.
48 po siya, including Cebu City.
Yes, Karen.
Okay. All right. Sa ngayon po, ma'am, I know that the flood waters have subsided. Kamusta po ang kuryente, ang daanan, ang kabahayan?
Wala pang kuryente and water supply sa ibang municipalities. Although part of the city meron ng electricity. So, yung mga grabe yung devastation sa properties, Karen. So, we are still looking into the damage that been done by Typhoon Tino dito sa
Oo.
province.
Ito pong bagyong Tino, ano po ang anong lugar ang pinakamatinding na pinsala?
There are 35 municipalities affected, but you know, ano talaga providential na yung natamaan ng earthquake, hindi natamaan ng flash floods during the typhoon.
Ay, good.
So buti na lang. But then we also evacuated those victims of the earthquake.
Okay.
Pero
Grabe no, mga kadonatics, no? Halos lahat ng area sa Cebu. At buti na lang, hindi na double kill yung natamaan ng lindol mga kadonatics. Buti na lang talaga. God's providence. But look at that, still devastating na ganito ang nangyari sa Cebu due to, lack of leadership mga kadonatics at corruption.
towns of Talisay, Talisay City, Mandaue City, Consolacion, and Danao City, talaga yun yung badly hit.
Grabe.
Yun ang badly hit. Ito pong mga sa Cebu province, ano po ang pinakamatinding na pinsala po, ma'am, doon?
You mean in terms of
Oo.
lives or properties?
I would have to say in terms of infrastructure, livelihood, damages, even death.
Danao City, Talisay City, Consolacion, and Mandaue City.
Oo.
Liluan also, Liluan.
Pati po ang liluan.
Liluan.
Oo. At sa ngayon po, ma'am, ano po ang tulong na kinakailangan sa Cebu?
We already called help. We already asked for help from National for Responders. And nag-reply naman sa amin si Secretary Teodoro, no? Nagpadala ng reinforcements as far as responders are concerned. So
Opo.
we have help naman from Malacanang.
Okay, ano po ang reinforcers na ito? Can you expound?
For rescue operations kahapon kasi hindi pa nag-subside yung water, so may dalawang subdivision near rivers na yung mga tao doon nasa at roof na nila kasi wala na yung tumaas yung tubig bigla na lang in less than 10
Grabe, no?
minutes the water rose dramatically, so yun yung reason na may namatay talaga. We did our part for preemptive evacuation. Pero yung iba, alam mo naman, may mga matigas ulo, they stayed behind. Yun yung talagang casualties.
Grabe talaga mga Kadonatics. No? Ang tanong, ano ang tulong na ipaparating galing sa Malacanang mga Kadonatics? Baka ang 20 per kilo na bigas na naman. Nako! Baka magbenta na naman si Bongbong Marcos dyan ng bigas. Nako, wag lang sana mga Kadonatics. Wag lang sana. At si Inday Sara Duterte, mga Kadonatics, yung tulong nila, nako, andon agad, nakarating agad. Ganyan ang OVP.
Oo. Binanggit niyo po na this is the worst flash flood in history that the province has ever experienced.
Yes.
Ilarawan niyo po gaano po katindi at kalala ang flash flood na ito.
As I've said earlier, in less than 10 minutes, biglang the water rose dramatically, no? People had no enough time na tumakbo. That's why they all have to do is to go to their roofs na lang. Kasi yun lang talagang a mode of survival nila. Tumakyat na lang sila sa mga roof nila. So bigla talaga, Karen, biglaan yung flash floods at saka yung water tumaas lang bigla.
Now, did you receive ample warning of any kind from Pag-asa or the NDRRMC? Nabibigyan kayo bilang LGU ng sapat na babala?
Yes,
For
Karen.
sure.
The day before, we already alerted LGUs, no? Nagtaas na kami ng red alert the day before, and Pag-asa gave us ample warning. And we also did our part as a provincial government to warn the LGUs about the impending typhoon.
Okay. So,
Tingnan nyo mga Kadonatics, no? Buti na lang si Pambari 4 na ang nasa pwesto ngayon. Kung si Gwen Garcia yan mga Kadonatics, ewan ko na lang kung anong mangyayari. Remember sa time ni Tatay Digong, during his time mga Kadonatics, nagkaroon ng pandemic. Buti na lang na siya yung presidente that time at mayroon pa tayong Marawi Siege. God placed the right person mga Kadonatics at the right time, I believe.
I'm curious if you've received ample warning. Why do you believe that there are 48 casualties in the province and
nasabi na
nearby
kanina
cities and areas? Ano po ang dahilan, ma'am?
Nagstay behind nga.
What you say in Cebu in Tagalog, kumpiyansa. They took it for granted. No, na walang flash flood. Ang bagyong Tino kasi, Karen, no, it's not more of the wind, it's the water that really got us. Yung naka-endanger ng lives. Yung iba naman, they did not heed our warning, they did not heed the preemptive evacuation. They insisted to stay in their properties. So, yun yung nangyari doon. Kaya may
Oo.
casualties.
Kapag may red alert po ba ang sistema, ay hindi ba pwedeng i-force evacuate ang mga may-ari ng bahay? Bawal
Yes.
po ba yun, ma'am?
Yes, Karen. Yes, Karen, we force evacuation.
Alam naman natin yung Pinay mga Kadonatics kung gaano ka tigas
The
ang ulo.
LGUs did their parts talaga, no? Most of the LGUs. So we only know of one LGU na hindi masyado force ng mga nila, constituents nila.
Oo. So kumbaga kahit nagkaroon ng forced evacuation, ang sinasabi niyo, Governor, may mga ilan na talagang gusto manatili sa bahay.
Yes, Karen.
Okay. All right. Now, I wanted to ask you before
The
this,
love
of
of
course, ay nagkaroon ng lindol na apektuhan po ang Cebu din. Yung mga lugar na yon, you said they were not as affected with the flooding. Pero
Yes.
kamusta po ito ngayon? Bumabangon pa lang po yung bumabangon pa lang yung naapektuhan ng earthquake.
Yes, Karen. We did also evacuation sa mga 10 cities,
Okay.
no, yung affected sa earthquake. We did naman the best we can to evacuate them. Wala tayong casualties doon, no. Everybody was safe during the flooding.
All right. Is there anything that Cebu needs now, the province needs now? You've already declared a state of calamity.
Yes, Karen. Yes.
Oo. And do you have enough, may pondo po ba kayo? Anong sitwasyon niyo po ngayon, ma'am?
Yes, we are, of course, no, we are open for donations sa ating mga kapatid, no, all over the country. But we also understand na may mga limitations. But so far naman, yung food namin dito, okay naman because the SWD provided for us adequately. Yung amin lang ngayon, may mga evacuees, no, yung especially doon sa flash floods na walang dalang maski ano. So we need to give financial assistance sa province. So we would welcome any donation from the national government and also from our private citizens.
No, magbebenta ng 20 kilos bigas diyan 20 pesos per kilo na bigas diyan si Marcos, mga kadonatics. Huwag kayong magbahala mga taga Cebu. Ayan naman talaga yung gusto ng Pangulo palaging binebentahan yung nasalanta. At hindi pwedeng pamimigay yan mga kadonatics kasi sabi na ni Claire Castring, ang atakdog ng palasyo, na hindi allowed sa batas ang pamimigay ng bigas. So wala talaga tayong maasahan dito kay Marcos. Kung ibigay nila yan, so they are violating the law.
Okay, ang national government hindi pa po nagre-release ng pondo para sa Cebu province?
They did during the earthquake.
During the earthquake.
We have help naman. But then I think the president is coming over to see for himself the situation here. We are told that he will be here on Friday.
Okay, so the president will be there on Friday. You've displaced,
Para
how many are
mabenta.
displaced? You mentioned more than 100,000. Tama po ba?
Yes, Karen,
119.
around 19,000.
19. Is it
19,000
19,000 are displaced?
119,523 to be exact.
Okay, so 119,000. Based on the calculations of your team, magkano po ang kakailanganing pondo ng probinsya? Of course,
Bakit?
to feed them, to
Mamimigay
house
ka,
them,
Karen?
to care for them until they rebuild their homes.
We don't have the numbers yet, Karen. We're still in the process of determining the numbers for now.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, in your Facebook page, you posted 26 billion pesos of flood control funds for Cebu. Yet we are flooded to the max. So this got over close to 23,000 shares. Very rabid comments, of course, of angry citizens. What did you mean by this? Ipaliwanag nyo bakit po ninyo ito pinost.
That is self-explanatory, Karen Davila.
You know, you began to ask the question kung bakit grabe yung flash floods dito when we have 26.600 billion for flood control projects. So
That
yun
is-
lang naman sa akin. I begin to ask question, bakit ganun? 26.6 plus 600 plus billion yung ano dito, flood control funds. And yet ito yung nangyayari sa amin.
Oo.
And to
Matanong
think,
ko lang,
Karen, yung Tino is worse than Odette.
in terms of rainfall,
Yes, in terms of rainfall. Kasi yung Odette, malakas yung hangin doon. Itong
Oo.
Tino, grabe, yung flooding talaga.
okay. So, matanong ko po sa inyo, ma'am, nung nanalo po kayo na governor, it's already been, I would say, nakaisang taon na po kayo,
100
ma'am?
days?
Over 100 days, Karen.
100 days
Isang
pa lang.
taon.
Okay.
Grabe
Over
mo.
100 days.
Have you
Alin
or,
number?
okay, have you or your team ever seen the flood control projects in Cebu province? Kasi tama
Yes.
kayo, ang laki ng pondo, 26 billion. Nakita niyo po ba ang kalidad at ang mga flood control projects sa Cebu province?
Yes,
Yes.
Karen. Yeah, nakita namin and we submitted already reports regarding this one.
Okay.
But
Can you
yes.
share the reports? Anong natuklasan po ninyo, ma'am?
I think it's for ICI to divulge the information that we have submitted.
Nako, Pambare 4, please lang. Bakit mo doon sinubmit? Alam naman natin na si Gwen Garcia, mga kadunatics, na talagang loyalist ni BBM ng Marcoses. Paano yan? Nako, ay talagang hindi ba papanagot ito si Gwen Garcia, mga kadunatics, as far as flood project control is concerned? Ay, nako.
Oo.
But
Pero,
definitely meron. Yeah.
no, tuloy niyo, ma'am.
But definitely we have seen, projects here in the province na I should say mga ghost projects.
So may ghost flood control projects in Cebu province.
Yes, Karen.
Oo. And who were the contractors? Ito ba ang Diskaya, Sunwest, Hightone? Sino po?
It's not for me to say for now, Karen. No, we have submitted the reports already. But what I can say is we have seen substandard projects as well. At
Sa
saka
lahat-
may mga bulk water projects na
Grabe, no?
ginamit yung mga license to some contractors na hindi naman sila yung gumawa.
Okay.
Yun lang
Nako.
masabi ko for now, Karen.
Oo, pero sa pag-iimbestiga po ninyo, sa sarili po ninyong probinsya, meron man lang bang matinong flood control project or most of it ay talaga pong ghost, substandard, at yung bulk water ay problemado?
Substandard, Karen.
So all of the flood control projects are either ghost or substandard in Cebu province?
Yes, Karen.
Grabe, nakakalungkot talaga, mga kadunatics. Ay, nako.
Wow. Okay. At ma'am, ilan po yun, if you don't mind, without giving details? Ilan po ang naimbestigahan po ng team ninyo?
We've submitted the report, Karen, and we'll just allow the investigative body to reveal the
Okay.
details.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. So I will leave you on that. But do you believe that it was the past administration who is
I-
responsible?
Definitely, Karen. Because I'm just here in just over 100 days.
So, kay Gwen Garcia nga. Ay,
And,
nako.
and by the time I got here, that's when the flood control, the president announced it during his SONA. Remember, that was around July when he was the one who talked about the flood control projects.
I think hindi sila nagkaintindihan, mga kadunatics. Siguro yung gustong ipaabot ni Karen Davila is ka-Duterte na administration, while ang pagkaintindi ni Pambare 4, mga kadunatics, is kay Gwen Garcia, the past governor.
So has it been many years that the past administration, I mean, or that the province has been receiving flood control funding?
I
Ilang
suppose-
taon na po? Alam niyo po ba ilang taon na? Panahon pa po ba ni Duterte? Ganun
Talagang isasama yung mga Duterte, mga kadunatics. Well, kay Gwen Garcia yung na area, so
po
let's
ba
see.
hanggang ngayon? It was also your predecessor, Governor Gwen Garcia, who was sitting in that chair. Were there flood control projects being built in Cebu then?
It's not for me to say, but
Klaro naman sa mga ebidensya na 2022 ay talaga yung pera ni Pinaldas, billions of billions, ay talagang dapat mapanagot na si Gwen Garcia, mga kadunatics. I realize now, mga kadunatics, that nature revealed the true conspirator talaga, mga kadunatics. Kung hindi nangyari yung flood sa Cebu, hindi malalaman na grabe pala yung ninakaw ni Gwen Garcia. Can you imagine? 26 billion. Of course, governor siya, so kilala niyo yung mga contractors doon, mga kadunatics, at mailagay talaga yan. Kung hindi nangyari yung flood sa Manila, mga kadunatics, sa Luzon, hindi malalaman na grabe pala kung paano winaldas yung pera ng taong bayan. Kaya I can say God has a different way of revealing this corrupt politicians. So what do you think, mga kadunatics? If you are from Cebu, Please comment down below. We will include you in our prayers. Wala tayong may bigay na tulong as of the moment because, we are also struggling. But prayers can move mountain. Believe that. Look at the screen, mga Kadonex. Look at this picture. Kasi yung mga loyalist na Marcos loyalist, mga Kadonatics, anong sabi nila? Proud na proud sila kay BBM kasi nakipagkamay kay Xi Jinping. Nakamayan si Xi Jinping. Ang babaw ng kaligayahan nila, mga Kadonatics. Powerful daw niya liderato si BBM. Ganyan sila. Kahit ano na lang, mga Kadonatics, para may masasabi lang sila maganda kay BBM. While in fact, during the APEC meeting sa time ni Tatay Digong, mga Kadonatics, yan lang naman yung tatlo ang nakipag-meeting sa kanya. He had a bilateral talks with them, mga Kadonatics, with Xi Jinping, Putin, and Trump. 3 biggest names, mga Kadonatics, as far as power is concerned around the world. Okay, basahin natin yung caption, mga Kadonatics. While you are looking at the picture, babasahin ko yung caption. During APEC, Duterte managed to hold meetings with Putin, Xi, and Trump, leaders considered as major global power players. Meanwhile, Marcos Jr. had no formal bilateral meetings, not even an informal coffee chat with any world leaders. Diba? Duterte came home with new alliances. Marcos came home with photographs. Talaga naman. You didn't have to agree with Duterte's politics, but it's hard to deny he understood the geopolitical game. Totoo naman talaga, mga Kadonatics. Smart leaders don't isolate themselves from global power brokers. They engage with all of them. True statesmanship lies in knowing who to sit with and when to speak. That's the kind of leader, mga Kadonatics, ang kinidnap nila, pinadala sa dahig. It's so sad. Tingnan niyo yung photo, mga Kadonatics. Can you imagine that guy on the right side is now struggling alone in the Hague, mga Kadonatics? No one can even visit him. Kahit anong mangyari, mga Kadonatics, hindi mapapatawad si Marcos Jr. He allowed everything, mga Kadonatics, that happened. Ay, nako, kung may power lang yung panalangin ko, mga Kadonatics, na instantly mawawala na sa mundo ang Marcoses, or especially the president, mga Kadonatics, I would definitely do that right now. What do you think, mga Kadonatics? Comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video. God bless you, mga Kadonatics. Ingat palagi. Bye-bye.